Welcome grade 12 to strategic management. Strategic management can be divided into 5 steps. In this video, we're only going to look at the first 2 steps, and then in part 2, we will look at the last 3 steps. Alright, step 1 is we set a vision and mission statement. And in step 2, we do the environmental scanning, which is the SWOT analysis, PESTLE analysis, and we look at 5 Porter forces, or the 5 Porter model. Alright, let's go to step 1, which has to do with setting up a vision and mission statement. What is a vision? A vision is basically establishing or coming up with business objectives and goals. Now, objectives are short-term strategies, whereas the goals will be long-term strategies. Alright, that's basically what a vision is, coming up with objectives and goals. And then when we put those in writing, so we clarify and we put them in writing, then we will have the business mission statement. Okay, so what are the advantages of having objectives and goals or setting up strategies? If we have strategies or we have goals and objectives, then we are able to grow our business, and this will help us increase our market share. Secondly, if we have goals and strategies, we'll be able to improve the brand of the business, which will help us increase our profits. All right, let's come to step 2, starting with the SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is very easy to understand. The S in SWOT is for strengths. These are the advantages we have over other businesses. The W in SWOT analysis is for weaknesses. So obviously weaknesses are disadvantages faced by our business, right? The disadvantages faced by our business. Opportunities means we look at more ways to grow our business. And then finally, threats, the T in SWOT, the threats has to do with the risks faced by our business. All right. Number 2, PESTLE analysis. PESTLE analysis has 6 factors spelled by the word PESTLE. And these factors are factors of the macro environment. We're going to look at this later. Macro means these are factors that we don't have control over. Remember, micro environmental factors we can control, but the macro or the PESTLE analysis factors that we don't have control over. All right, so the P in PESTLE is for political impact, such as elections. The E in PESTLE is for economic impact, and we look at things like interest rates, exchange rates, inflation, GDP, and so forth. The S in PESTLE look at social impact, things like crime or education. The T in PESTLE is for technological impacts, like technology, such as new machines or IT, right? The L in PESTLE is for the legal impact. Legal impact would be looking at things like such as new laws and legislations. The E, the final letter in PESTLE, is for the environmental impact. So we look at things that impact the environment, factors such as pollution and dumping, etc. All right, now the last part of the video, still under step 2, we're doing the environmental scanning. So now we're looking at the Porter's 5 forces model. All right, here we look at the power of competitors, the power of suppliers, the power of buyers, the threats of substitutes, and then the threat of new businesses. All right, let's start with number 1, power of competitors. Remember, competitors are those businesses that sell the same product as us. So the more competitors we have, the lesser the profits we will make, right? Because there are more businesses in the market, so the lesser the profit we will have. Number 2, suppliers. The power of suppliers. Remember, suppliers, they supply the goods and services or services that we sell. So the more suppliers there are in the market, the greater the profits for the business. And let me explain this. If there are more suppliers, more businesses to buy from, that means we've got more options when we need to buy goods and services that we're going to sell. So they have to supply them cheaper, because if your one supplier is expensive, we can buy from another one. So the more supplier options we have, the greater the profits for our business. And then number three, the buyers, or of course, these are the customers or clients that buy from us. So the more buyers we have for our product, obviously, the greater the profits we will make. And then number four, still under the Porter's 5 model. Number four, look at the threat of substitutes. Remember, substitutes are goods that can replace our product. So those are our substitutes. So the more substitutes there are for our product, the lesser the profits, right? Because it means that people have got more options. They don't have to buy our product. They can buy the substitutes. So this will reduce our profits. Number five, the threat of new businesses. So here we look at access, how easy it is to come into the market of our product. So easy access into the market of a product will result into lesser profits. There'll be lesser profits for that product, because it means anyone can come into the market and sell. So that means that there will be lesser profits the easier the access is into the market. All right, I hope this information was useful. Thank you, grade 12s.